Oh man, what a beautiful day. All right. We got the latest Thrasher Magazine, September 2021 here, with Evan Smith on the cover. He skates for UMA Landsled now. And we got this up. Fromsoftware. The glare. Yes, it's still wrapped because I never played the game. I just love it, just collecting it. Okay, Fromsoftware. Shakiro. Shadows Die Twice. What's both of these have in common? Let's find out. Hey, oh, almost knocked that over. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to another series of 100% fucking poser, man. That's me. So, anyway, if you come here to see if Thrasher owns Fromsoft or Fromsoft owns Thrasher, no. This video is nothing like that. It's more of a comparing, to me, okay? Comparing how two totally different, gender, not gender. Yeah, it's a gender. This is a boy and this is a, this is a, animal, a furry. No. Gender, like different types, As you can see, this is for skateboarding, okay? And this is a video game for PlayStation 4. Okay, now that we got that established, alright. I don't want to make the video too long. I usually like to rant too much. So we're gonna start off with Fromsoft. Okay, first Fromsoft. Okay, Fromsoft. It's a developers that made a lot of they set the standards. Only game that I played is a Demon's Souls on a PlayStation 3. And so the story was the head of the PlayStation, the high-ups at PlayStation, when Demon's Souls came out, he was playing it and he said that game was going to be a flop because it was too hard. Way too hard. He said nobody's going to buy this game, right? But as they made it out, I mean, I don't think I ever beat that game, to tell the truth. Did I? I don't think I have, man. I don't think I have. I mean, I played a lot of it. I got to I think I might have got to the end, the main boss. But yeah, I just keep playing it over and over, and it's very, very hard. And but I keep trying, right? Because I don't know. At the time, I was in skateboarding, and I had a lot of time to just, and I bought the PlayStation 3 when it was $599, and I bought the game, not brand new. I bought it when it was in a red box. I think it was what are those called? Player's Choice or something like that. Anyway, so that was only Fromsoftware. Fromsoftware, yeah, that's who it is. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an expert at that. And then I got this. I never opened it because I never played it. I don't know. I like games. I love watching the games, the playthrough and stuff. But I'm not very good at it. I'm more of a RPG or JRPG role-playing games. Where I can take my time in my Video Games with Lo channel, where I just play games. I'm playing Wasteland 3. It's a turn-based, so you know, take your time. You know what I mean? Like this is like, yeah, you gotta know how to parry, which means like you have to know how to block. You gotta know how to, I don't know when to get in there to strike them. But they are. Whoa! He got scared. FromSoft got scared. I was gonna expose them. Nah. There are players out there, videos that like no hit runs and shit. There's like speed run. I mean, there's a big old community of them, you know. Just like anything, man. Just like food. Just like anything. It's not for everyone, right? So anyway, so now that I've given you as much that I think I could give you about FromSoftware developers for the games. Well, I mean, they did. Well, I guess I could tell you they did Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and then they did what, Bloodborne 1, Bloodborne 2? Did they have Bloodborne 2? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, man, I don't play. I love watching the Let's Play on YouTube videos, but as far as for me to go into it, okay, I don't enjoy playing the game, but I love watching the game, okay? I love watching the game play, you know? But I don't enjoy playing the game. It's too hard for me, way too hard. And I accept that. That's why you see this wrapper is not even open, right? Because it's I bought it brand new day one. I pre-ordered it. Alright? So there's a new game they're coming out with. It's called Elder Rings. It's not out yet, but most anticipated games that a lot of people are waiting for. I might, if I have extra money, I might buy it just to collect it. You know what I mean? It's just because it's FromSoftware, man. How can you not go wrong? Anyway, so I think I should get to the point. Okay? FromSoftware. FromSoftware, like I said, I love watching the gameplay, but it's not for me. So there are many games that has a really hard to play, right? But it's fair, because when you learn the mechanics, you learn what, you know, if you go out and search and look for it, you can find answers to beat the game. But it's not for me, like I said. So a lot of people, many years, when you see games like this, try to have what they call an easy mode. Like easy, you know, usually they have like normal, hard, and suicidal, or whatever, or gouge your eyes out, or whatever you want to call it. And that's what this game is. It rewards you from for going out and practice, and it's fair, right? So, but the people that don't want to work beating the game, it reminds you of like 2021, man. There's a lot of fucking pussies out there, man. A lot of weak-minded people, you know, like people want fucking anticipation prizes, right, for just entering, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like random prize, like, you know, some stores and stuff like they have random prizes for just participant. But I'm talking about like, because you enter, you should get like a ribbon or a star or a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? So these are the fucking pussies that I'm talking about. So they, you know, they go, of course they go on Twitter and try to fucking, you know, go out and get all the other Twitter buddies, all their little pussy ass fuckers out there, and trying to make the company bend over. That's what it's pretty much what it is. When companies bend down to these motherfuckers, they don't give a fuck, you know? They just want the whole point to just like see if I can take this company down, you know? It's like you see it all in movies, right? With all these movies like Captain Marvel, right? The fucking women is like boom, you know, the Last Jedi, right? Like I never seen all that shit, but all the videos I seen, it's like, oh yeah, wait, oh, like Captain Marvel one part in the trailer, she's falling. She, oh, I remember I can fly. Boom, she flies, right? Don't have to wear a mask in space and all that shit. And then you know, like the Last Jedi, right? What's her name? Ray, I guess. Raya? I don't know what the fuck. I don't give a shit. So it's, you know, Luke, right? Luke's like, oh man, Yoda, his ship's falling. I remember watching that shit at the theater, man, in the 80s. I was maybe 9, 10 years old, or 11, somewhere around there, 1980, 81. So I remember I was in New York City, man. I was just walking, you know, 9, 10 years old, around the, I was living in the Bronx, and I was walking around, and I see this big ass line, man, around the theater. I was a kid, coming from a refugee camp. I don't know any shit about this, you know? But that's one thing I remember, though, was a big ass line, man. And I don't know. Then I got this, even there's this one guy like there's these little things I remember about this shit. And this was in 1980s. I was only 10 years old, 10, 11, you know, 9, 10, 11. This guy, he was like a, you know, it's pretty dangerous in the Bronx, you know. But fuck, when you come from a refugee camp, shit, you're not scared. I remember the guy was even saying, oh man, has this big ass pit bull, man, fucking deadly as shit. And he named the dog Jedi, dude, because of that movie. His name is fucking the dog Jedi. I remember that. Big ass pit bull, you know, like fuck, you know, this little skinny. Think how skinny I am? Just think when I'm only 9, 10 years old, you know, whatever. How skinny I am. This big ass fucking pit bull named Jedi, yeah. So anyway, getting back to the shit. So they're trying to, you know, put an easy mode on this shit. Okay? This is the thing, man. This fucking game is known, like all the shit that is hard, you always hear, oh, it's the Dark Soul. Like even IKEA, man. Fucking IKEA. They make all the furniture. There was a video that says IKEA is the Dark Soul or something. The Dark Soul is IKEA. I don't know, some shit. But anyway, yeah, man. So you know, it's going because the new game, the Elder Ring, is gonna come out, and you're gonna see more and more and more and more of these tweets, you know, saying, you know, we need easy mode, and then their reasons is that they're keeping the fucking gatekeeping, you know, gatekeepers always, you know, when in doubt, you're gatekeeping, you don't want to let everyone play the game, you know, you lock in the people who are not good at playing games out. You know, I thought video games was to enjoy by everyone. See this fucking letter here? It's like a movie, like rated R or rated X. That's rated M. You know what that means? So fucking mature audience. I mean 18 or more. 18 or 17? I don't know, who knows? 17, 18, I don't know, fucking his name. Okay? Alright? Stop. The page is like trying to flip over to knock him off because he's like, my turn. When is Thrasher coming up? Are you coming up next? Patience, my friend. Patience, my son. Yeah, so, you know, you got these. The reason the game is so successful is because the community that thrive on this shit, right? That goes beyond to work their asses off, you know, to search and practice day in, day out, you know, all-nighters, whatever. And that's why they are the way they are. The success, okay? Even the head of the Sony was like, nah, man, it's too hard. Nobody's gonna buy this fucking game. I don't want to authorize it, right? So yeah, so that's the thing, is the easy mode. So we'll see what happens, but most likely I don't think they're gonna bend down for it. All right, so that's Fromsoftware, okay, game developer of, you know, Just check it out yourself. It's fucking badass. Like I said, it's badass to watch. It's like a badass movie. Alright, now I'm gonna switch to Thrasher, which I know more than Fromsoftware. So Thrasher Magazine. I started skateboarding after watching Back to the Future in 1985 in a small town called Clovis, New Mexico. 32,000 population. Okay. I remember when that part where he stole the kids, he was running from those fuckers, and then he stole the scooter, and then he broke off the handlebar, right? And then he fucking ollied the curb, you know? Like, I was like, oh my god. Alright? So that's how, like, I seen a skateboard before when I was in New York City, when I was like 9 or 10 years old. My cousin had one of those little fucking shitty banana boards. I think I got one, but it's not a banana, but hold up. So it looks something like this, but no, this, something like this. Okay. But no, this is a, unfortunately, this is a fucking expensive one. This is a penny board. I found this shit out there. No, so yeah, it's like they're plastic, but made way sheer than this. This actually made like really good. I don't know. It's got the regular bolts and everything, bolt holes and shit. So you can put regular board. And this is a Mark Gonzalez crooked board. Just let you see the size. Difference here. You see it? Yeah. So I seen one of these, not this board. Plastic board have come far after Penny brand came out. See, the reason people like these boards is the kids, right? It's good transportation, plus it fits in their backpack. So, you know, like people just want to ride around. You can't put this bitch in your backpack, right? So that's why I think the idea came from, the penny board. But that'll make it more sturdy, you know? So then it's like this shit. It'll fit in your backpack, you know? How big it is. Anyway, yeah. So that was 1980, 81, somewhere around. My cousin had it, probably 81, 82, I don't know. And I remember, because in New York, it's like San Francisco, you know, it's all hills, a lot of hills. And I remember rolling down it. But I was too young, I didn't know anything. But that's the first time I ever seen a skateboard. I was more into like, attracted to like roller skates, you know, because they were on your feet. Because fuck, 1981, I mean, coming from a refugee camp to New York, I mean, and you seen a skateboard like this, like, I don't know, I mean, you just like, you don't see anyone do tricks or nothing, you know, so you're like, what the fuck, right? So yeah, whoa. So after yeah, he doesn't be up anymore. So after I saw the Back to the Future, I was like, fuck yeah. So my friend Kyle Snyder, he got a Vision shredder. Vision is like a big brand back then in the 80s, you know. No, speaking of, that's funny because the guy Mark Gonzalez that owns this brand, Crooked, he was pro for Vision back then. Check this out. He went from Vision, Mark Gonzalez, right? And then he started a blind. Get it? First you see, now you don't. Yeah. That's how the brand Blind came about. Because he was on Vision, which you could see. And then he went blind. You know what I mean? Because of the corporation and all that. But, you know what I mean? That's crazy shit, right? And then there was this guy, Monty Noder. He was deaf. And I don't know why they made this ad. It had an ad that says, I would rather be deaf than blind. Trying to get like, you know what I mean? Trying to throw some shit at the blind skateboards, right? I don't know. This is fucking crazy shit. Anyway, so Kyle Snyder had this Vision skateboard. Back then, it's not like now. Well, it is now, but they don't label them. Back then, they had like a freestyle board, which is really skinny. Really skinny. I mean, this could probably be a freestyle board because boards back then were heavy. But they were like a small one like this, be freestyle. And then the shorter version would be mini, and then mid would be medium, and then either a full size, like this is a full size, or a street size, right? But if this was in 1985, this board would be a mini almost, even though it's 8.5. Boards back then were like 12 inches wide. They go by the width. Okay? So it was a medium, medium size, mid size. It was a Vision Strider. It had had like these checkered stripes and shit. Not checkered, like I don't know, like real like sideways triangles, a bunch of them, you know, like a pattern. So I got that with some big ass Sims wheels, yellow ones. I think it had like tracker trucks, had a birdie and all that shit. Anyway. So back then, no one, I was the only one in that town skateboarding, you know? So everywhere you went, like, people don't just like, it's like a foreign object, right? People are like, what the fuck, man? You know? Get out of here, you know, like shop owners and all that shit, they'd be like, fuck out of here, you know? Skateboarding's a crime. You see everywhere, no skateboarding, no skateboarding, no skateboarding, right? And even school, it was banned, man. I had to go like early in the morning, wake up and like what I did was I took all my books out of, you know, in a small town, high school starts at 10th grade, 10, 11, 12, instead of 9th grade. Then junior high was 7, 8, and 9th grade. And then high school was 10th, 11, 12. So 10th grade I was, yeah man, took my books out, or maybe it was junior high, I don't know, one of those fucking shit. I took all my books out, maybe it's 9th grade. You know what I mean? Memories kind of going in and out. But the only thing I know is it was against the rule, a law. Oh, and you can't wear shorts to school. Yeah, you're not allowed to wear shorts. You can wear like shorts that go over your knees. But back then in the 80s, no one wore baggy clothes, right? So you had to cut your pants. Then why not just wear pants? I don't know. It's fucking 80s, like a confusing year. So what I do is I would go early in the morning. Because I wouldn't have my books in there. I would stash my books in my friends' lockers or whoever's or somewhere, you know? So I'd have an empty locker. And then I would right up there in the morning, slide my big ass, probably 11-inch skateboards up there. Okay? And then like, 11-inch wide in the locker and go on my day, you know? And then jogs. So what happened is back then when I started, skateboarding was like, if you look at old commercials, you'll see like some kid come out of the house and then and of course he has a skateboard, then he'll roll down and sit down on the curb and he'll light up a joint. You know, and it'll say, kids say no to drugs, right? So that's what skateboarding was. But for me, I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking the best shit, you know? It's awesome. Like, I don't know anything about, I was still learning about the American culture, you know? I know shit, man. All I know is I just want to ride my skateboard. But it was banned. And then the jocks, you know, because they didn't want, they're trying to protect their girls. So I guess they think they own all the girls, right? Especially the cheerleaders and shit. All the cute ones. So they're like, oh, you know. So they see me as like a threat. I don't know, I'm not fucking the most handsome dude. It's not that you're handsome, because they're scared of something new, right? They never seen someone on a skateboard. They're just like, oh, what the fuck, you know? So they would like chase me down with baseball bats and shit, right? So after a while, I had to, like, I'll be right by the door and shit, you know? And the end of the class and shit, I'll just like jet out, right? You know? Grab my skateboard, fucking go have a good time, you know? And so the whole point was you had to fight to skateboard, you know? Like, it wasn't accepted or nothing. It was nobody accepted. You get your ass kicked and everything like that, man. But because I love it from the heart, you know? I love skateboarding from the heart. And I keep doing it. Just like Sekiro, you know? The people that play these games from Fromsoftware, they keep playing, so they get good enough to beat it, and then they got hooked. So it took me, I think, like 2 years to learn how to ollie, you know. And yeah, at least 2 years. I was just rolling around, and you know, didn't do any tricks, just pretty much transportation. But I watch, you know, like later on, you know, we got videos and shit. I watch them, they're like doing shit. I'm like, how do they do it? Actually, my friend's cousin, this is 85, a year later in 1986, he brought me my first. You stay down there, Shakiro. He didn't give it to me, he let me borrow it, man. 1986. And it wasn't this thick either, it was real high. It wasn't that big either, it was like this, real thin. And then, you know, there was no internet or nothing, right? It's not like today, man. You know, all the information is everywhere. So, because he was living here in San Francisco, and this is where the magazine is, San Francisco. And then I look at that thing, man, I borrowed it, you know, from cover to back cover, back and forth. I was up all night reading Thrasher magazine. Oh man, and then as I look at these things, it says, oh, you know, send $3 for stickers and a catalog or brochure. I'm like, oh man. And everywhere I looked, it was California. I was like, fuck. So right there, I was 14 years old. I was like, or in 86, I was 15 years old. And I was like, you know what? When I grow up, if I grow up, no, when I get old enough to move out, I'm going to California. And right there, put my sight on it. Okay? So, now, so there were a lot of magazines. Back then there was Power Edge, then there was a lot, but Thrasher has always been around. I think Thrasher was 81, maybe it's the first issue. I think it's 1981. When I first saw this, not this one, plastic skateboard in Bronx, New York, I didn't know it was the same time the mastermind came up with a Thrasher magazine. Isn't that crazy how amazing things work out? And here we are, 2021, talking about it. So, and then, cause he came for a visit, and then, as he was leaving, he goes, hey man, his name is Chris. He goes, man, here, you can have this magazine. Oh man. Right away, man, ripped it up, subscribed to the magazine. And I don't know when, there was an issue with Mark Gonzalez at EMB and in Embarcadero in San Francisco. They had a sequence of him ollieing. I don't think it was the Gons Gap, it was way before that. He was ollieing like, I think he was doing a board slide or something like that. I don't think it was the Gons Gap that I don't remember. But I kept looking at his feet. I'm like, how in the hell he got in the air like that? You know? So what I did is I went in the garage and I got some duct tape, started taping my shoes to my skateboard. Just one, right? Shakiro don't want to stay up. He don't like this because now we're talking about Thrasher. You don't want to be part of it. Alright, you could be in the cover then. Yeah, so I'm like, oh man, so I put the front foot taped up and then the back foot so I can push. And I don't know, it was crazy. But then after that, man, it was all history. You know what I mean? It was just Bam. So anyway, now getting back, why Thrasher is Fromsoftware. Finally, after 1 hour later, because just like Fromsoft, don't want to bend down to the fucking pussies, weak-minded fuckers that don't want to get good. Thrasher, after all those years of like other magazines like Strength, let's say Power Edge, Strength, there was a lot of magazines, especially the competitor was Transworld. But Transworld, like all these other magazines were like giving in, like they have that Thrasher, just like the Fromsoft, they don't have that core, you know. If you look back, how many pictures you see anybody wearing like a Strength magazine or even a Transworld magazine t-shirt? You don't see none of that shit. But you know what? Fucking rule Thrasher right here. Boom! Fucking Thrasher, man. You know, proud, front and center. So now, 2021, all those other magazines all out of business. They have digitally, but all physical like this, gone. You would think Thrasher would be slowed down, right? Look at this shit. Look how thick that is. Now look at the game. Just give me an idea how thick that magazine is. I did a video go over this. It took me 1 hour and 9 minutes to go through it. And I was rushing in the end. Okay? Look at that shit. You would think those people, those companies went out of business that skateboarding have slowed down, right? No. What happened? We just had the Olympics, man. Right? Just had the Olympics. So what does that tell you? Thrasher stuck with the core, just like Fromsoft, okay? Fromsoftware. Because they're not gonna give in to bullshit, fucking influencer, especially like YouTube influencer, you know, Instagram. Like these guys coming up with like names and shit, just like all those motherfuckers that come up with identity and all that shit, right? You know, like, oh, I go by them day and all that stupid shit, you know? Like, you're male or female, man. You got a fucking dick or you don't have a dick, you know? You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. So what happened was, Thrasher didn't give the fuck, you know? If you're fucking lame, they're not gonna let, no matter how much money you got, they're not gonna put your fucking ad in the Thrasher. Okay? So all these guys on YouTube and shit, you know, oh, I'm an influencer, I have 1 million. They don't give a fuck, okay? And then they start labeling themselves, oh, I'm an Instagram skateboarder, I'm a fucking, no, they don't even say, see, that's how you know. That's how you know, right? I always say skateboarder, right? That's how I roll. They'll say skating, skater, you know? No, I'm fucking skateboarder, 100%. Poser. That's the article. That's where we at, poser. And I was a poser for a while. Still is a poser, but not as bad. I'm trying to make the name poser more like a cliche, not cliche, but more like a sarcastic, you know. But you know, like from the heart, man. You can say just like when people say, "Oh, you gay," and this and that. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, I'm happy, right?" It's like, "Oh, I'm gay." When you're confident in yourself, whatever, you know, you roll with it. The people that's scared, that talk a lot, is the one that don't have shit, their own shit. Like Bruce Lee would say, the people that talk the most is the one that don't even know how to fight, you know? Never been in a fight in their life, you know? They talk all this nonsense, right? So yeah, these guys on these social media is like labeling themselves, I'm a fucking, you know, Instagram skater, this and that. Nah, man. Like I said, see, that's fine, they can have the skater. But are you a fucking skateboarder, you know what I mean? That come to your face and are you a fucking skateboarder, you know? Skateboarder means way more. It goes way deep, man. I mean, it's... If I have to explain the way I feel what a skateboarder... Not what a skateboarder is, but like what skateboarding means to me and what different examples and all that shit, man, I could do a probably 20-hour video. Easily 20-hour video on that. Who the fuck has time for that shit? Yeah, man. Anyway, yeah, so Thrasher Physical is the only magazine left. Because they stuck to their guns. Just like Fromsoftware will always be in a fucking Legends video game, Thrasher is always gonna full shit ahead, okay? But then again, man, I seen many companies, big, how many years, what? They fall for that shit as soon as they get like a new head or new whatever, you know? Because the person in charge of whatever it is not there no more. The idea of that person is not there no more. Boom! Right away. Fucking downhill. Here, I'll give you another one before we close the video. Plan B, Mike fucking Tanowski, man. Mike Tanowski, the man. He started out with H Street in the 90s. I think H Street was 87. Matt Hensley, Sal Barbier, fucking Danny Way, you know, like, you name it, man. Chris Livingston, fuck, all, Steve Ortega, Kobe Carter, Alfonso Rawls, and there's like Cookhead Jenkins. I've seen that video for so long, I can't remember all the names, but those are pretty big hitters. You start out H Street like 87 with Mike Tanowski. So Mike Tanowski was a pro, not Mike Tanowski, Tony Magnuson was professional skater, right? Skateboarder. And Mike Tanowski, he had a vision, you know, what skateboarding is. He had a vision, right? So Tony Magnuson was in charge of like vert skating, vertical skating, and then this one, vert and transition shit was huge, right? In the 80s was fucking booming, man. Like street skating was like not really, like nobody really know anything about street skating. I always love street skating is because I always love anything that's simple, whether it's cooking, anything. Simplicity outweighs all the fancy bullshit. So I was riding mostly Powell Peralta boards, and then they had I was watching Animal Chin, and I love the Mike Vallely part. And was he? I think he was in Bandis, right? Mike Vallely. He didn't get into Bandis, but I know Tommy Guerrero. Him just carving around and hopping up and down, bending his knees, everything, just cruising down San Francisco. Like that was my favorite part, man. Like the big ass spine ramp. They finally saw Animal Chin, whatever. That didn't really get to me. But that just cruising down the street, that was the most amazing part. So 8th Street in 87, they made Shackle Me Not, their first video. And then I was introduced to Matt Hensley, man. Matt Hensley. Oh yeah, he's on his way to the store or something like that. And I'm Matt Hensley, and he's riding through the park, and he does a backside like set slide, like like. I was hooked. So in Powell Peralta, boom, 100% H Street, man. So the street part was the idea, the vision of Mike Tanowski, and the vert and everything, because Tony Magnuson, that's how Danny Way got on Tony Magnuson, because Danny Way was riding vert ramp, so got him on there and stuff like that. Oh, Dave, what's his name, Dave? There's another kid that was better than Danny Way. It was Dave something, as far as like contests. Dave something. Dave. Anyway, they're like the same age, like 12, 13. And so then they broke off, and Mike Tanowski started Plan B, man. Plan B, fuck. Plan B was blew up like a fucking crazy shit. Sean Sheffy, Rodney Mullen, Mike Carroll, Rick Howard. Did they have Brian? I don't think they got Brian Lottie. I think maybe later they got Brian Lottie. Or is that 101? I know they got Ronnie Bettino. Just Sean Sheffy, man, the powerhouse. That's all that matters. So anyway, unfortunately, he came back from a skateboard contest up in Canada or something. He's going to work one day, and some lady ran a stop sign and cut his car in half and passed. And then what happened to Plan B? And then they revived it. I don't know, like what, 4 years ago? Yeah, Brian Sheckler, Chris Jocelyn. I don't know. I mean, who cares? I mean, Chris Jocelyn is cool. Sheckler is whatever, but Plan B is nothing. Not even 5% of what Plan B used to be, man. They used to have the best fucking graphics, you know, along with Blind, 101, 101, World Industries. They Blind. They did all the shit, man. Now look at the Plan B logo. What do you have? B. Fucking lame shit. Anyway, man, Thrasher is Fromsoft. That's my take. And hope you enjoy. Learn something. Not wasted fucking an hour of your time. Thanks for watching, man. See you guys next time. Enjoy. Always. Alright? Always enjoy. If you don't have fun, see me quit. Laters.